And also welcome to the Albert and Billy Show on Channel 18 Valley TV. And don't forget, you can always check us out on YouTube as well. And what about this vandalism going on in town?
Well, I tell you, whoever did it,
loud, ain't it?
they're talented.
They are, aren't they?
Those are nice mushrooms.
And they're even considerate and wrote it in pink.
If I could have done that well, I would have put my signature there.
The talented vandals of Pikeville. But in all seriousness, though, cut it out, folks.
Not funny.
It's not funny. It's stupid, and it's very disrespectful. And I hope you get caught.
And it's punishable.
You should have to pay for it. It should be punishable because it's downright stupid.
If caught.
Yeah.
Got to get caught.
Well, you're a loser if you don't have nothing else better to do than to go vandalize people's property. So
you know, that's a
get a life.
That's a scaredy cat.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do dirt, if you do it secretly, you're afraid you'll get caught.
Exactly.
Or you know you'll get caught.
Exactly.
So best thing to do is walk up to somebody and slap them in the face and have a duel. Have a shootout at noon at the OK Corral.
There you go. That's right. Well, we've got a lot of yard sales going on today in Pikeville, so it's yard sale season.
They can sell to each
You're
other.
even having one.
Boy, I have been selling. I've been selling right and left without any advertising.
Yeah, I know. He tells me today. He's had like a week to tell me, folks, and he tells me today. Actually, he didn't tell me.
No, I didn't tell you.
I seen it in the paper. Other people were telling. Hello, guys. Other people were telling me, so I called him, and he's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I was going to tell you."
I know.
And I'm thinking, when?
Well, when I got around to it, I wouldn't be out
the
with
day
Roberts.
of.
Well, I've been busy, Billy. I had to go get rope to stretch so we could put the shirts on it.
Did you?
I forgot your 2 shirts. I've got 2 shirts down at the house for you, and I forgot them.
Oh, we need to get those to me.
But I sold 2 shirts a while ago.
Did you?
2 caps.
Well, we're getting requests for some T-shirts for our show, so we're gonna
really?
check with a T-shirt shop and have some T-shirts made for our show. So we'll keep you guys updated on that, and we'll have some shirts for
How
sale.
much will that cost me?
Nothing.
Oh, well, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
We might make a little money. Maybe we can sell quite a few.
I'd like to have one to wear.
Yeah, we'll get you one, definitely. And
my size.
Allie can come up with some designs for us. That's your job.
Those mushrooms look nice.
Yeah.
One going one way, one going the other way.
I know it.
Mushrooms go.
Crazy.
Usually mushrooms go straight up.
And so they vandalized Lola's building. And
Pretty good.
They did. And I was also told they did something to the new city offices, like
on
one
the
of the doors.
Yeah.
Okay. Were they mushrooms too?
No, it's
What
just a
were
message. It's just a message.
A very
well, they probably said I don't
rude
like.
message.
They probably said I don't like you, Winky Kegel, or something. I don't know what
Probably.
they said. But you know
if
what?
they got something to say to him, they should say it to his face, not do stuff like that.
But now this is not vandalism.
Mm-hmm.
But
I hope Winky catches whoever done it.
Can you identify Donald Trump when you see him?
Well, yeah.
How would you identify
his hair?
Okay. Mexico, some guy in Mexico has come out with a toilet paper and he's called it Trump. Got a picture of a caricature on the front of it with hair like his and saying my toilet paper is called Trump. Are they getting a message across to him?
Yeah.
So
that's
if you're in
crazy
if you have an image that you project out in the public, you open yourself up for ridicule and criticism.
And some people can just be downright cruel, though.
Oh yeah.
It's just a fact.
It must be harder to smile than frown, but I think you use more muscles to frown than you do to smile.
Probably. We'll go ahead and say the birthday anniversary winners this week. Tina and Vance Brock Pizza King, Jerry and Carol Hall and Fred's Flowers, Eugene Asbury, the Shabby Peacock, and I, Anthony and Jeremy Lewis, the Starling Cafe. That's this week's birthday anniversary winners. And I'll let you do a few announcements for us.
I've got some. All I've got to do is find them. Here we go.
Then we'll do last week's trivia.
Yeah, I've got some left from last week. Isn't that
I
something?
can't remember if I done good or not last week, Allie. Did we do okay? Seems like we did pretty good.
Pretty good. That won't fly. Pretty good. June the 10th, we're going to have a concert right here on Main Street.
You're part of the summer concert series.
It must be down here at the Main Street stage.
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's going to be the True Grit brand. Hey, that would be a good name for a movie.
True Grit Band.
True Grit.
You said True Grit Brand.
Band. That'd be a good name for a movie.
It would, wouldn't it?
Who played in that movie?
I guess True Grit.
No, John Wayne. True Grit.
Oh, that really is a movie. I thought he was just being sarcastic.
No, no. 100 years ago. They're going to. The music will start at 7 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
At night, but there's going to be a cruise in at 5.
Oh yeah.
So they want you to.
Too.
They want you to bring your own lawn chair.
Right.
And it's, hey, listen, you don't have to
free.
pay. You could, but you know, you could act like you're slipping in. Might make you feel better.
It might make you think you're getting away with something.
Yeah, sneak around. But these concerts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, spread out through October the 28th.
That's good.
That's good.
I'm glad to hear that.
But now, in addition to bringing a lawn chair, they want you to grab a friend, bring them too.
That's right. That's
good.
right.
Good deal. There's going to be a breakfast.
And we like this one.
This will be out at the Mountain Crest Fire Hall the 17th of June.
Yes.
That'll be one day after your mother's birthday.
Yep.
Remember her birthday.
Okay.
Okay, it will be at the intersection of 30 and Route 101.
Right.
This is a $5 breakfast. You don't see those much anymore.
You really don't. That's one of the cheaper ones.
But
and they have a great menu.
They have bacon. They have sausage. They have eggs. They're always scrambled.
Yeah.
Hash browns, biscuits,
With
gravy and jelly.
Or jelly.
Not bought jelly, folks.
Homemade jelly.
Butter.
It's even better.
No extra charge for the butter. Coffee and milk. This will be at the Mountain Crest Fire Hall, June the 17th. The hours, 4 whole hours to eat yourself silly. 10 o'clock is the cutoff, but if you're there at 6, you start.
That's right.
The proceeds go, of course, to the fire department out there at
That's
Mount
right.
Crest.
So it's for a really good cause. So go support it, folks.
I hope I get to go.
I hope you do too.
Oh, Marvin.
I hope y'all get to take me too.
If Marvin asks me, I don't have to pay for it.
That's right.
The truck and tractor pull is coming up the 24th of June, which will be a week later from the breakfast.
That's a big event.
Let me tell you, I saw Gracie.
Good old Gracie.
Mary Ellen's granddaughter, Kelly's daughter,
Okay.
at school, advertising the truck and tractor pull.
Oh, good. Good.
But now school.
Well, she's probably with the junior fire board.
I
I'm
guess
sure.
that's it.
We've interviewed them up here before about it.
But last week I guess this week was last time. Yeah, this week, last time I got to work at school.
Not really, though. He's going to substitute.
Well, no, I don't know that. I'm going to put in for
He's
it.
going to substitute. Yeah.
Okay, this truck and tractor pull is June the 24th at the Alan P. Dickens driveway road, and it's at 7 o'clock. That'll be 2 weeks from tomorrow.
And it's a big event.
Or 3 weeks from tomorrow.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And they usually have a really good crowd for that, folks.
Well,
So
this
come
is
check it out.
sanctioned. It's the Mid-South Pullers Network.
Yeah.
Big deal.
It's a big event over at the fairground, folks. Don't forget, June the 24th.
Okay, the admission. I forgot that. If you're 6 years old, or if you're older than 6, either way, it's $10.
Right.
But if you are just 5 years old, you get in free.
That's right.
Or under 5 years old.
Oh, heck.
Free is a good deal. Free is a good deal. I don't care what it is. If they're pulling teeth, go for it if it's free.
Hey, and they do that sometimes
Yeah.
at the dentist.
They do.
And you'll see a line a mile long out here. I've seen it.
They've done that 2 or
weigh
3
on
years in a row.
Yeah, they weigh on over 100 people during that.
That's something else.
I know it.
But you know what? I wouldn't want my tooth pulled if it was free. I don't like to have teeth pulled. I did that when I was a kid.
No, the dentist is not fun, period.
One
There's
time,
nothing fun about
I don't know
going to
how
the
old I
dentist.
was, but the dentist was pulling. He got so tired he sat down to rest.
Shoot.
Kid you not. He sat down to rest. And here I was, suffering, but he got it out.
Do you believe that, Allie?
You don't believe me.
You don't know what to say. I guess I believe you. That's just a funny story.
We had 2 dentists.
He got too tired, and he had to sit down and rest.
We had 2 dentist offices, and both of them were up the street in buildings that they were on the 2nd floor. Both dentist offices. They
Here
were
in Pottsville?
Yeah, they were a couple of buildings away from each other, but one dentist was in an office on the 2nd floor in a building, and one was on a second building on the 2nd floor in this town, right?
No.
You could walk to each one of them in less than 2 minutes.
Really? That's pretty neat right there.
Yeah. But now, you don't want to have one pulled, Billy. Don't go. You don't want to have one pulled.
No thanks.
No fun.
Well, we'll go to last week's trivia.
All right.
I'm trying to remember how me and Allie done last week. I can't. Seems like we got a few right though.
You know, she's not much help to you in sports. Have you noticed?
She's no help in sports.
Well, I didn't say it that way, but I guess you could say
Well,
that.
she knows it.
Okay. Last week's trivia. This is sportsman. The LA Dodgers playing in a ballpark
He's always got
in
the
California.
Dodgers.
In California. They used to play in New York. Name the ballpark and the borough it was located in.
Okay, now. Okay, the borough is Brooklyn,
You got that right.
but we struggled with the.
Name of the field,
Yeah,
the
because
stadium.
I wouldn't know
Well,
that.
nobody would except me. Ebbets Field was the name. Ebbets Field.
Ebbets Field.
Hey,
Okay.
I just thought of a trivia question, but I've not got it down in any of my notes. What was the name of the stadium that the New York Mets played in before the one they're in now?
Ebbets Fields.
No, Shea.
That was a trick question. Shea Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, question
That's
number
right.
2 from last week's trivia. They're crosstown rivals of the Dodgers. Played
were.
in a well-known facility known as the blank blank.
Yankee Stadium.
Nope.
Because wasn't the Yankees then?
Well, see, the Yankees are in the American League. They didn't play each other. Leagues didn't play each other back then.
Okay.
They do now.
I can't remember. New York used to have a bunch of teams.
Okay. New York.
But I
I'll
can't.
tell you that.
just can't
I said they're
remember.
crosstown rivals, Billy. I gave you a clue.
I know, but it's not the Mets like I thought.
They weren't.
It's
They
not
weren't
the
in
Yankees.
existence. They weren't in existence.
And they're in this. It's the Giants.
Right.
Because they're in California
All
now
right.
too.
Okay, but what was the name of the field they played on?
Would I
The
know
Polo
that?
Grounds.
Oh, I
Polo
definitely
Grounds.
wouldn't know that one. And that's a stupid name for a stadium, isn't it?
Okay, I was wondering. My next question was, what was the name of the team? You just said it, the Giants.
The New York Giants.
Okay.
And now they're in.
Since both teams
Another
are now
place.
in California, namely LA and San Francisco, which one followed the call westward first? The Dodgers or the Giants? Which one went west first?
The Dodgers.
Right. Betty, you're good. What
That
year?
was a good
This
guess.
is not one of my questions, but what year?
And you know, good and dang well, I'm not going to know that answer.
I believe it was 59. I don't remember.
And you,
But I was around.
well, how
Okay.
much longer was it till the Giants went?
I don't remember.
I think it was guessing wise. You think it was about maybe 5 years later?
Or less.
Okay.
Because, see, when gold was discovered in California, it started everything moving west.
Oh, okay.
And I think the Dodgers found out. They made a stadium out in the middle of nowhere called Chavez Ravine. That's where they play.
That's another stupid name, isn't it?
That's the name of the
Well,
place.
it's not your fault that they named it a stupid name.
But what I'm saying is, they found out people like baseball in California the same as they did in New York.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Dodgers made it, been there ever since, for about 60 years nearly now.
And the Giants, too.
And the Giants, and California Angels, LA.
Yeah, true.
Los Angeles
They're in
Angels.
Oakland now.
And, okay, they were in
Or
Anaheim.
yeah. Yeah. They moved so much, it's hard to keep up with them.
Okay, question number 5. It's not a question. This is an observation, remember?
Oh, remember this, Allie? Because we were like, what in the world? It come out of left field.
Is Isaiah Thomas, Sr., is quoted with this statement: "If all I'm remembered for is being a good basketball player, then I've done a bad job with the rest of my life."
I remember saying I like that statement.
Because you probably, play 8 or 10 years at the most, if you're good?
And you play more than that, but
well,
still.
okay, King LeBron is 34.
You can play 10 to 15 years,
Maybe
realistically.
15.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
But still, that's a small, he's saying that's a small part of his life, and that's not the only
That's not the way he wants to be remembered.
Yeah, and that's a good statement.
One thing he can say is, "I fathered Isaiah Jr."
Wait a minute, though. That's not his son.
It's not his son?
No, sir. Isaiah Jr., though, the one that plays for the Celtics,
Now,
his dad was such a huge Isaiah Thomas fan.
he named him
after him.
I thought it was his son.
Yeah, a lot of people do. But he was named after him. And they got to meet, and everything. And
Well,
so,
since you're a Celtic fan, you knew all that.
Oh, yeah.
How did the Celtics do?
Oh, you're funny. Well, he was injured. That didn't help their case none.
No. Well, I heard him.
It sure did.
A second observation, courtesy of former UCLA men's basketball coach John Wooden.
John Wooden.
This was in one of my puzzles I worked. You cannot live a perfect day without doing something for someone who will never be able to repay you. That's beautiful.
That is.
That's beautiful.
He was a good man, you can tell.
Oh, yeah. He was a good man.
Very
he was so
successful.
small. How in the devil could he coach a 7-foot tall player? You couldn't even he couldn't hear you.
No. They must have really respected him, though.
Oh, I'm sure they did. All right. This is observation number 3.
We went from trivia last week, folks, to observations.
Okay.
And he didn't tell me and Allie, he just done it.
Listen to this. It's awful, Mrs. Smith, the way sports are degenerating. My boy was dismissed from the baseball team for being too honest.
Well,
what was the matter? They asked her. He wouldn't steal bases.
Oh, yeah.
So they put him off the team. He was too
That's
honest.
a good joke there.
Yeah. Then Mike Ditka said the last one.
Chicago Bears.
And see, I work these puzzles. They're called celebrity ciphers.
Okay.
And you have to figure out what each letter stands for. They use a letter in the alphabet. But S may be T or S may be D. You don't know. You got to figure it out. But anyway, this is what Mike Ditka said.
Take your time. We got 5 minutes.
Success isn't permanent. No. Yeah, isn't permanent. And failure is not fatal.
Mike Ditka said that?
Sounds like some smarties say. But he was big. I remember when he played, Billy.
Oh, really? Who did he play for? The Bears?
Bears.
So he played for the Bears and
He was
ended
a
up
coach.
coaching them and won
That's
their
what I
only
remember.
Super Bowl.
That's what I remember. But Mike
He won their
Ditka,
only Super Bowl
was he a
in
linebacker?
1986.
Was he a linebacker?
I don't know, so I just remember him as a coach.
Oh, okay. Well, you must
So
be
you
a
tell
lot.
me.
You must be a lot younger than me.
Right? Yeah, you tend to forget that every week.
Yes, but I told you about the women that called me this week.
I know, the 88-year-old told you she liked the old stuff. I heard you.
Yeah, but now
But now who'd he play for?
I believe he played for the Bears.
That's right. You did say that. You did say that.
Best I remember.
I bet though he played for. I know you said the Bears, but I bet he started out with a different team. A lot of times that happens.
Now I don't remember where he played college.
No, but he was a dang good coach.
Oh.
Now he commentates some.
Not much.
Not much anymore, but he's funny when he does, because he's very blunt, you know, and outspoken.
You know, you can be blunt and honest if you're big and you carry your weight well.
Right, right.
People tend to be afraid of you.
Right. Well, you had some trivia about his Super Bowl winning team a few weeks ago about the Fridge.
William Perry.
He got so popular that year when they won the Super Bowl because they come out with a song called the Super Bowl Shuffle, and it was a huge hit. It was just the Chicago Bears rapping and singing this song.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them participated.
But you know, not many men would play a sport and get a moniker like refrigerator.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But people get a nickname sometimes wherever they are. I went to school with a boy named Buddy Mitchell. Mm-hmm. And
probably never called him Buddy, did you?
Never did know his name. And listen, when he died here just a couple of years ago. Lived right behind the church down here. Mm-hmm. When he died, they asked me to do his funeral. I didn't know his name. It's the truth. But another friend of mine was kin to me, Bernice Cagle. When her boy died, he was a little bit older than me, and he had a sister I went to school with. She was my age. But her boy, we called him Sonny Boy. Well, when Sonny Boy died, and she asked me to preach his funeral. I do a lot of funerals, don't I? But
what did you say?
I didn't know his name.
And you had to ask her, didn't you?
I remembered finally.
What did she say?
His name was Samuel.
Oh, you didn't have to ask her.
No, I finally remembered. But my brother, Buster.
That would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it?
My brother, Buster. Mm-hmm. You remember Buster?
Yeah, of course.
What was his name?
It wasn't Buster? You're kidding me.
That's all you ever knew about.
Yes.
He had a first name and a middle name. And he went by both. He never did go by first name.
Well, so what was his actual name?
Edward Lee.
You are kidding me. And they called him Buster?
Go figure.
Go figure, I reckon. I can't figure that one out.
Okay.
And I did not know that.
You know the fellow that owns...
My great uncle didn't even know that, Allie.
You know the restaurant right up the street up here called Pig and Catch?
Of course.
What's the name of the man that's the proprietor?
Buddy Kelly.
That is not his name.
What's his name?
He and I graduated together, and
yes.
we were good friends.
Yes,
I went spent the night with him a lot. And whenever it would freeze on those ponds on his farm, his mother would give us a straight back chair and let us get on that pond, and we would scoot and slide all over that pond on that chair, get a running start and jump up on it, and it was our sled.
Well, that sounds like a good time.
His name? He wouldn't want me to tell it. I better not tell it, buddy. I won't tell it.
Oh, dadgummit. Off the air, you're going to tell me. Then.
All right.
On our commercial break, you're going to tell me.
Well, people get nicknames.
They do.
And that's what you're known by. But you didn't hardly know the refrigerator's name. You had to think.
I had to think about it because he's more known for his nickname, the Fridge. All right, well, that's last week's trivia, and we're going to go to a commercial break, and it'll be this week's trivia.
We're ready.
We're ready right here on the Albert and
We
Billy
want a
show.
50-pound block of ice in the interim.
Okay.
It's hot in here.
Oh, you're right. You're right. All right, welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 Valley TV. It's time for this week's trivia.
Right. Now this week, Allie should be attuned.
Okay, good deal.
This week's trivia.
And once again, it's hotter than Mexico in here, isn't it? They're going to have to do something about this air conditioner. It's not Working very good.
Trump went to the wall in Jerusalem while he was on his trip to the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
He looked at the stones. And he said, "These are nice stones. How much would these cost to do a 2,000 mile wall?" In Jerusalem. What was the nickname of our 7th president, Andrew Jackson?
Stonewall.
Well,
Is that right?
Well, that's one.
Okay.
That was his nickname.
Well, that's what you asked me.
Okay, but there's another one. But why was he Stonewall? But why was he called the other one? You not got the other one yet.
Well, the other one must not be as well known because Stonewall.
Do you know?
Is
Do you know what his
known.
place is? Oh, okay. I'm not going to tell you because that'll be next week's answer. And I want to know why.
Right,
okay,
he says it's the wrong one.
Stonewall. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Stonewall's right.
B. Question 2. Which patriot is credited with the line, "Give me liberty or give me death"?
Come on, Lifeline. This is supposed to be your field of expertise.
Yeah.
Yes. She's letting me down, Papa. I mean, I've heard the line, but I don't know who said it.
Question number 3. Y'all are not performing well.
I got the first one right. Stonewall is
That's-
his nickname.
There is a Stonewall Jackson, but there is another name given to the 7th President of the United States. He was called something else, 2 words. And I want to know why. Question number 3.
Whatever.
Which actor comes to mind as you hear "Make My Day"?
Go ahead, make my day.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, you're good,
there
Billy.
we
I'm
go.
proud of you. Boy, he says it with
As
a
he says,
calculated voice.
sarcastic. He does, don't
You're
he?
not going to try it, old buddy.
That's true.
Question number 4. Name the cowboy that referred to others as Pilgrim in some of his movies. Pilgrim.
We've somehow got on a Western theme now.
Have you noticed?
Yeah, you went from one thing to another. I don't know that one. Pilgrim.
Okay. Question. He's not Roy Rogers and Gene Autry. He would be one that would be on the movies you watch on television. And he's still around. I have seen him in this store. I have seen him in this
picture
store.
of him.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that.
Is he still alive? Or no, his movies just still come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
John Wayne.
Yeah.
There we go.
You remember the life-size
I do.
cutout they had
Yes.
right here?
I wish we still had that.
There's not but one John Wayne, boy.
That's true.
And you know what? If you could walk like him, you could get a job portraying him. Okay. Question number 5. A famed classic of yesteryear. In it, we remember the line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a hoot."
Gone with the Wind.
Okay, that was, but who's the character? That's the movie, that's the book, that's the story, but who said it?
He gets your question. Every time I answer a question, notice he wants more.
I said from the movie, what character said that? What did he say it?
You should know this, Allie. Not good grief. She reads all this stuff.
Gone with the Wind is the name of the story.
I know that, but I don't know who said it.
Okay, I want to know the name of the character in the book or in the movie, and I want the name of the actor that portrayed him in the movie. He's got a name in the book.
Keep adding. You're trying to make them hard. That's all you're doing.
I'm making it harder, yeah.
You do that on purpose. Just admit it.
What do I get paid for?
Spencer Tracy's the actor.
No. Next question.
What's his name? Who's Vivian?
Vivian Lee.
Vivian Lee
was,
and
she was Scarlett O'Hara.
Yes.
And
I cannot believe you don't know this.
There was a leading actor that was the
mind.
#1 man actor in Hollywood at that time. #1.
Allie is all about literature and she ain't helped me a bit today.
She ought to know that from the book.
I know.
Gone with the Wind. What was the name of the character?
Scarlett O'Hara.
Next question.
And,
here we go.
Allie, you are letting me down today.
Bah humbug came to us from what literary work? Bah
That
humbug.
is Scrooge, A Christmas Carol.
A Christmas Carol's the name of the work that it came from, and I wanted to know the character. That's my next
Scrooge.
question. What was his first name?
Ebenezer Scrooge.
You're good, Billy.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't add nothing else to it.
Okay, what popular recording artist that's still popular, aka the Man in Black?
Johnny Cash.
All right, now see, wasn't that
I
easy?
like that one.
Wasn't that easy?
Yeah, well, I can't believe Allie can't get the Gone with the Wind stuff. That blows my mind.
Well, whenever
She loves this stuff, in case she can't think of it.
I told you, Pam McBay's daughter,
Tara.
is named after the estate there.
Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that now. But I mean,
The plantation is called Tara. From the work that broke in 1939. The story.
Okay.
Who wrote the book, Gone with the Wind? Something else to think about.
What is wrong with you today? Allie is like...
Sports of all sorts. Is that next?
Well, my lifeline has just completely let me down today. Completely. I guess so, because I can't think of it. Scarlett O'Hara and somebody.
Yeah, somebody. There had to...
You used to know who wrote it, and now you can't think of it.
No, I didn't say who wrote it. That was one of my questions. I just, by the way, said that.
I know, but now she can't even answer that one.
Well, can you remember?
Well, no. This is her expertise, not mine.
I can't even remember it myself.
Well, shoot for
A work like that, and none of us can remember.
That's bad. That's bad.
But I do know the name of the man that I'm asking for. I've got it written down over here.
Vivian Lee.
Vivian Lee. His name is actress.
I don't know why I said Spencer Tracy.
Spencer Tracy was a good movie actor.
Okay.
He was a good movie
Okay.
actor. But this other man had a little black mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was it Art something?
No. Sports of all sorts.
Okay. Well, don't fly through it now. Like we got 15
Baseball.
minutes.
We got a lot of sports to talk about. Sports of all sorts. Baseball. Guess where the Braves are today?
Atlanta. You walked into that one.
I asked for that one. They are.
I don't know.
They're in third place
Okay.
in their division. But they're 10.5 games out of first.
Yeah.
My Dodgers, Wednesday, were in first place. Today, they're in third.
Wow.
That quickly they slipped.
So they lost last night apparently. And
Yes, they got shut out.
2 other teams won.
But they're only half a game out of first.
Yeah, so their division is a tight race.
Time. Okay. And you ask about the Cubs.
Yeah.
They're also in third place.
Okay.
And they're 3 games behind, I think.
The defending champs, yeah.
They're 3 out of first place. Okay. Basketball.
Now she knows who wrote the book and everything.
She looked it up. That's not fair. That's one thing I don't like
But
about
she's
this.
like, you know, she's kicking herself now is what I'm saying. Like, she knows she should have known it.
Yeah.
Basketball. Okay.
Basketball. This has never, as in N-E-V-E-R, never happened before. That you've got 3 teams in the NBA facing each other in the finals for the 3rd time.
You mean 2 teams?
Well,
You said 3.
three years in a row, same 2 teams.
Okay.
The 3rd time it's
I didn't
happened.
know it was a third. I didn't know this was a 3rd year in a row. That's wild.
Well, Golden State won in 15.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland won in 16. Here we are in 17, same 2 participants.
Well,
Golden State and Cleveland
cause-
Cavaliers.
you know as well as I do. It's because both teams are stacked. It's not even fair.
No, it's not.
It's really not. The Celtics, I'm proud of them for winning 1 game off Cleveland. They did it without their leading scorer, too.
Well, you know, you pointed out something there. Now, you said they won 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Cleveland, on their way to the finals, went through 3 opponents. lost one game.
Yeah.
But
Golden State didn't lose any.
can you believe that?
Another thing is not fair. San Antonio, okay, it was already a tall task anyway. Well, San Antonio lost their 2 best players. You know, talk about not fair.
Well,
it was hard enough to begin with.
that's the way the ball bounces, you know.
Yeah, it keeps bouncing in those 2 teams' favor.
But can you imagine those 3 opponents that Golden State took care of, those 3 opponents that Cleveland took care of? Between them, they could only, in 24 games, win one?
Mm-hmm.
That's unheard of.
I know.
Those are professional players on those other teams.
I know.
And between those other teams, only one game was won against these 2 opponents.
It's not good. I don't think it's good for the sport. I'm telling you, those 2 teams are too stacked.
Well, it'd be
That
depressing.
should not happen in the NBA.
It'd be depressing if you were on another team other than those 2.
It is. It's depressing if you're a fan of another team besides those 2.
You'd be thinking, well, why go out and play them?
Exactly.
They're going to win anyway.
Exactly.
Okay.
There should be more parity in a professional league.
But you can't plan parity without getting into. You got teams, you got owners of those teams. They've got money invested.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to make a ruling to make another team have an advantage over you. If you can get the best players on your team, you've got the best team.
I'm saying it seems like there used to be more parity, though.
Well,
you know, obviously there was, because we've never seen
this never happened
domination
before.
like this. Yeah.
Never happened before. Okay.
And Golden State won last night, game 1.
They didn't just win.
They blew them out.
I went to bed with a deficit of 22 points on the part of Cleveland. I don't even know what the final score was.
113-91.
Well, that's just
22 points.
Well, that's what it was. 22 points when I went to bed.
Okay, well, nothing changed.
Nothing changed. But now, last Friday, I saw something happen in college sports that this is disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about parity.
Okay.
Florida won the SEC's All Sports Award for the 11th year in a row. That's all sports now.
Yeah.
And for the 25th time out of 26 years, they have won this award. But bear in mind, they didn't win football and they didn't win basketball. But they won baseball, men's swimming, women's golf, softball, and volleyball.
Gosh.
But because they had those championships, they outperformed all the other 13 teams in the SEC. But they've done it 11 years in a row.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but see, I think other schools are putting their emphasis on football and basketball.
That's right. And Florida's good at those too.
Yeah. Well.
So Florida's just the place to go for athletics.
All right, college baseball.
Sounds like, don't it?
Yeah. Well, the weather's not bad there either.
No.
Except when storms hit.
Yeah.
College baseball last Sunday, LSU won the SEC.
Tournament. Tournament or regular season?
They won. The best team in the SEC, they took care of Arkansas, 4-2. And this was their 12th title. LSU went up 42-17, while Arkansas was 43-17. That's pretty good for both teams.
Yes.
So LSU went to the regionals, and the SEC placed 8 teams.
That's a good number.
Well, that's most of any conference.
I bet. Yeah.
It is most of it. Football.
Well, how did LSU do in the regional? Have they played it yet?
Yeah, but I don't have it. Well, you've got the. Yeah, LSU's in the. They're there.
Did they make the super regional now? Okay.
And they won yesterday.
Okay, so they're up 1-0 in the supers.
Yeah. And Florida, no, that's softball. Florida won softball.
Florida's in the World Series in softball.
Yeah.
The Lady Vols, boy, they should have made it. We got to talk about that. They had a complete meltdown.
I think I've got that down here somewhere.
Well, they just choked. They really did.
With Maddie Moss.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were saying, I believe she got tired, and that freshman was overwhelmed.
Yeah. She just wasn't ready.
No. That was hard to watch.
Football is just 100 days away.
Yeah. So why are we talking about it?
Mr. John Curry, the one who said he wants to hear from you.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that got that Hey John feedback channel going on, you know.
We need to write him.
Okay, he revealed Sunday what we are telling him.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what the first email said?
Fire Butch.
That's right.
Yeah, I read that article.
Oh, you read it?
Yeah.
Okay, but what was the most requested item on his email?
They want, which the Lady Vols still go by the Lady Vols in basketball, but they dropped it in all other sports, and fans want it back.
Okay, what
And they should have left it alone.
What Nike wanted to do, and this was the
Of course,
other.
it's about money.
This was Dave Hart. They wanted it just to be volunteers, genderless.
Yeah. But when you call them that forever, people are not going to go for that.
I think Mr. Curry will listen.
I do too.
I really think
that was just Dave Hart. Dave Hart made a lot of mistakes. That's just one.
That's
of them.
one of them.
Yeah.
But I believe he said, I pledged that I will read every email.
Mm-hmm.
And if he reads the email, he knows what to do.
Mm-hmm. I need to get his email address.
So I started saying, Billy.
Fire Butch and Holly. I'll send him one every day. Fire Butch, Fire Holly.
You know, Holly wasn't mentioned.
Mm-mm.
Was
But
not
now
mentioned.
John Adams wrote an article about her though that was really good, and he was saying that man's gonna have to make a decision.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, it's time. She's got to prove herself this year. Or she's gone. Is what he's saying.
Well, we will talk more about hot seats before this program is over.
Okay.
More football.
Okay.
On September the 4th, Tennessee will play Georgia Tech. Not too long away.
They should win that one.
But now tomorrow, not September the 4th, tomorrow, the big orange caravan will roll into Chattanooga.
Oh, cool.
Butch Jones will be there. All his 9 assistants will be there. John Curry will be there. What's the name of the basketball coach?
Yeah. Gosh, it's left me now.
One from Texas.
Yeah, he was coach of Texas. Rick Barnes.
He's going to be there.
Rick Barnes.
And see, they were talking about not even having it. And now they're going to flood the market with big names. We're here. We want you to know that we want you to come to our games.
Exactly.
So here's what Butch is saying. He has the floor now. This was at the spring meeting in Florida.
I don't even know if I can stomach to hear what he says.
Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says.
I'm listening.
Now, there's 2 networks that assesses sports. And they give you the pre-rankings of the top 25, you know, and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those rankings.
One of them was Street and Smith. They said Tennessee is one of the most overrated teams in the country. Notre Dame and Washington State's the other 2. But they also say Butch is on the hot seat.
He is.
Athlon Sports said Tennessee is ranked number 19 in the whole land.
For the preseason already? It's
number
crazy
19.
how they know.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know how you determine
But anyway,
that
they also said Butch is on, Butch's seat is getting warmer. That's all they said. They didn't say he's on the hot seat. But
they didn't say it, I guess they implied it.
Well, they said it's getting warmer.
Yeah.
They're meaning
He's got to prove himself too.
This year. Okay.
I agree with that.
They picked Tennessee to finish 3rd in the East. That ain't good.
No, that's not.
That's
Let
about.
me guess, behind Florida.
Well, it didn't give the
Georgia.
rankings, but what I'm saying is you're in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay.
Not good, Papa.
Now, Butch says 4 things. Listen to what he says. Number 1, we have won 3 straight bowl games. Think about that, he said. How many other teams can lay claim to that in the SEC? I won 3 bowl games in a row. He said that's one thing I want to build on.
Yeah,
Number
this year
two.
we won the I Don't Care Bowl, though.
Number two. Only, listen, there's 14 teams in the SEC.
I know.
Only 3 out of 14 won 9 games the last 2 years. We were one of those 3. He's saying this is good.
I know what he's trying to say.
He's saying quit thinking negative, think positive. We're only 3 teams did this, and we're one of those. Okay. Number 3, we're graduating our players. That's important.
Yeah,
that's important.
That's true.
And number 4, we're sending our players up the ladder to the NFL.
That's true too.
So he went no further than that. He said, build on those 4. Think on those 4. Be positive. Don't be negative. Leave me alone. I want to work here.
That's all. That's what he should say. That's what he should say.
Okay.
I agree with 3 and 4, but not 1 and 2.
Okay. Well, you can't deny that they won.
I'm not saying that, but
3 bowl games in a row. You got to say that.
The problem is, though, if somebody wanted to, they could say, yeah, but they're in.
Which bowl was it?
Yes. He'd have no comment on that.
Okay.
Stupid mouse. There we go.
Okay. Basketball again. Basketball. Back.
We're all over the place.
Well, history has been rewritten. A biggie. Who was the leading scorer in the NBA up until this year?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
LeBron broke
has
the record.
been for many years, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
Okay, his record, but records are meant to be broken. They're set to be broken.
That's right.
So LeBron James at 35
broke it.
Has broken Michael Jordan's scoring record for all time.
And he'll just add.
And he's not through.
Nope.
He is not through. Listen, LeBron James is averaging 35.2 points per game.
Good Lord, that's not human.
How many games do you play in a year?
80-something.
82, isn't it?
That's not counting the playoffs.
Plus the playoffs. The playoffs could be 19 games.
Yeah. Gosh.
Or could be more.
Then that makes it over 100 games.
So I'm just saying he can land a whole lot of points in one more year.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if his record will ever get broke.
Here's the thing now. I think you questioned me maybe last week. I told you that I remember him coming down the floor 5 consecutive times and firing. He is putting the ball in the basket 57% of the time. That ain't bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
How many other players on your team can do that?
Well, any.
That's the reason they're letting him shoot as much as he shoots. They know that when he shoots 2 times, one of them's going in the basket.
Yeah.
And maybe when he shoots 4 times, 3 of them's going in. No, that's 75%. But what I'm saying is more than half.
I get what you're saying.
More than 50%.
Wow.
That's not bad. But anyway,
it's like
last night put things in perspective.
It
Golden State. But you know what? The sports writers that cover these things, they're split.
Yeah, I can see that.
Some say that Cleveland will win. Some say Golden State will win.
Well, one of them's going to have to steal a victory on the road. And that's whoever does that will win the series and the championship.
Okay, Billy said that.
And it's true. It's true.
Find out.
All right.
Oh, we're not through yet?
No, we're not.
What's she saying?
That we are.
Told you.
Has something else?
I've got a whole lot of. Listen, I've got a whole lot more sports. But we'll carry on. I mean, we'll go to.
Well,
we'll take it up.
We got to get that good old Albertology in, buddy.
It'll have to be cut short.
No, Albertology won't.
Well, we got to talk about softball, you said.
No, we covered it. Tennessee lost.
Okay. But let me, one more thing. Mm-hmm. Will Wade was coach at UTC just a few years ago, making $187,000. Mm-hmm. He departed UTC to go to Virginia Commonwealth. Virginia Commonwealth University hired him.
That's right.
He has been to the NCAA tournament 2 years in a row there. Guess where he is today? At $2 million a year.
Massachusetts.
LSU.
LSU?
He's in the SEC.
Ooh.
Conzo Martin is back in the SEC. Missouri.
Oh, yeah, I did know that.
But can you imagine the meteoric rise of Will Wade from UTC 187,000
to LSU?
$2 million a year.
But he'll have to make things happen.
And he was just an assistant. UTC was his first head coaching.
I believe he's a good coach, no doubt about it.
Well,
no doubt about
LSU thinks he is too.
And I think that could be trouble for the rest of the SEC.
Sounds like
put LSU back in contention.
And there's going to be some fur flying because
fur flying. Allie.
That guy down at Auburn, Bruce Pearl, used to be UTC. Some people, I mean UT. The people are wanting to beat him.
Of course.
So we'll wait and see what happens.
I'll be interested to see how that.
We'll be ready
out.
for Albertology next. I'm sorry.
No apologies. Sports was great. I can talk sports all day. You know that.
Well, Allie will.
And we know Allie just loves it. It's her favorite part of the show. But coming up, it is Albertology. Good old Albertology right after the break. Keep it right here. You're watching the Albert and Billy Show. Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT and Channel 18 Valley TV. And it's time for Papa's favorite topic, Albertology.
I like sports.
Yeah. And you like that good old Albertology.
I'm more familiar with Albertology than I am sports, am I not?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember who wrote Gone with the Wind, though.
That was funny. You asked the question, and then you're like, well, I don't even think I know it. But I know Clark Gable is that man.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, but that's the name of the movie actor that portrayed the character in the book.
Some of it.
Yeah, you got some of it.
Give me some credit.
Albertology.
Albertology.
I have a big apology to make.
Already?
To Dr. DeBrill and to his staff at the office where he works.
What did you do?
Well, it was your fault.
Oh, really? That wasn't my fault.
I don't know if it's the last time we did a program or the time before, but at some point I made a reference to the fact that I was sick. You remember I was sick the last time we filmed?
Yeah.
I couldn't hardly talk.
Well, 2 weeks ago especially.
It was 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I said something about them calling me about my blood work, you know, and they said, hey, you sound like you need to be up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I said something about, well, they don't realize how hard it is to get an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
That was a boo-boo. I should not have said that. But in saying that, I guess I thought I'd get a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Or I thought I'd be cute. I don't know why I did it. But Dr. DeBrill caught it.
Yeah, he's a big fan of the show.
He called me at home at 9 o'clock at night. Got me out of bed. No, I was just lying. But he said, have you had trouble getting an appointment up here? I said, no. And he said, why did you say what you said?
No kidding.
I'm not kidding. So I apologize to Dr. DeBrill and to the people that work up there.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't get well. I went to the doctor on Monday after our show on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in there to the receptionist,
mm-hmm.
whatever you call them.
Yeah,
and the lady was real nice to me, and a very, very nice lady. And she said, what can I do for you? And I said, well, I'd like to put my name down for an appointment whenever I can get one. She said, how about right now?
Oh.
Kid you not. She said, how about right now? I said, okay. They took me in. She might not do that after she...
I don't even know what to say to that one, Papa.
What could you say? What can I say?
After you said that and you got right in.
Yeah, but she hadn't heard it then.
I know. It goes to show you should know for sure before you say something.
You don't need to be unkind. I was unkind. Yeah. I was uncouth. I was mean. I was bad. I apologize. And listen, he wasn't even there. So his very capable replacement was Dr. Andrew Smith.
Yes.
And Dr. Andrew Smith saw me, examined me, and prescribed a medication for me and said, try this for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
If this does not do the trick, I'm giving you a second prescription.
Right.
Go back and get it. Don't get them both now. That's smart.
Definitely.
It's wise, too. I didn't have to pay for 2 prescriptions.
Yeah, definitely.
He said, if this one does not help you in 2 days, you go back and get the other prescription. And I'm not kidding. I got better in 2 days. I didn't have to go. I didn't have to get the second trip. But anyway.
Can't beat that.
But bear in mind, Dr. DeBrill, and the receptionist at the desk, I'm the one that brings you brownies. Remember that.
Uh-oh. He gets brownie points for his brownies.
Yeah. I need all the help I can get after what I said and what I did.
Oh, Lord, I tell you what.
I have had boo-koodles, I don't know how you spell that, boo-koodles of people approach me this past week referring back to the programs that we do on Channel 18 and on WAT radio.
Okay.
At church last Sunday, I'm sitting there minding my own business, and I'm sitting next to a nice lady, Kim Langston, and we're talking. Church hasn't started, and up walks Al Little.
Oh, yeah.
And Al Little says, Albert, I heard you and Billy talking about Peyton Manning and his dad, and Eli, and you couldn't think of the other brother, remember?
Yeah, you couldn't either.
Well, I said I couldn't remember. I wasn't saying I could. And he said his name was Cooper. And he was not a younger brother. He was the oldest brother.
He's the older brother, isn't he?
And he said he was 6. Al knew all about him. Al said he's 6'4". He was the target for Peyton to practice all the passing that he did.
Well, dang.
But Cooper never.
Peyton knows him then.
Yeah, but he had some kind of rare disease.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me. That's sad.
Okay, Al Little is one. The second.
So thank you, Al Little, for that answer.
The second one was Ruby McLaughlin. Do you know Ruby?
I know Ruby well.
You know where she lives?
Lives in Dunlap.
I got a call from Ruby.
Ruby's one of my #1 fans.
Well, listen.
She loves our show.
Well, she likes me too.
I know. She loves our show.
She found out that Paula was my daughter.
Yeah, I told her.
Oh, you told her? She said, Paula and I worked together at Dura many years ago. But anyway, Ruby was talking about the program. And different aspects of it and everything like that.
No, she told me that people in Dunlap love it too.
Really?
Yes.
Well, she said she liked it. But then on another day, I got another call from a lady in Dunlap. And I'm not going to give, this lady was 88 years old, and the reason I'm giving her age is because of what she said to me. She said, there are 2 things I want to tell you about your program. Said, I like it, but said, I want you to tell Billy that I want you to keep on doing what you're doing about referring to the things that happened a long time ago.
I knew he would say that.
She said, I like the oldie stuff. So my second suggestion to you is we need to get Billy married off. So I'm not going to.
Because you said that on here.
I'm not going to give her name because I gave her age. Women don't like to.
No.
No, right.
No. Yeah.
But I enjoyed talking.
You might be on her list now, buddy.
I enjoyed talking to all 3, but those were just 3. There is an innumerable host of people out there that talk to me from time to time wherever I go in reference to the program.
Yes.
So it's being listened to and it's being watched.
Yes, by a lot of people.
A lot of people. Okay.
Can't really go anywhere without being approached.
You know, today Eddie's got a yard sale going on at the house. A lady was there. I didn't know her. Didn't know her. And she looked up and saw me, and she said, I was trying to get Goldie out of the way. Goldie was trying to break her leg, trying to break her leg with his tail, her tail. But this lady looked up and saw me, and she said, I'm watching you on television.
I was in the store this other day, and this lady, I didn't know her either, and she walked up and said, well, I just got done watching you on TV, and here you are.
You're allowed to go places.
Right. I said, well, thanks for watching.
Okay, under Albertology today, I've got some things I want to talk about. Number 1, Florida began a program in March, and it ends it ended on yesterday, first day of June.
What was it?
It pays people to eliminate the Everglades of the Burmese python.
Okay.
They pay people, the Burmese python has invaded Florida, particularly the Everglades.
And that's not good.
They pay people $8 and a dime an hour for 8 hours a day to hunt and bring in the Burmese python. One man brought in a snake.
They're not paying them very much to do it then.
No, but they've paid out $2,000 so far. There are 25 people involved. 25 people signed up. I will take $8 a dime an hour for 8 hours a day.
To search for a snake.
To search for Burmese python snakes. One man brought in a snake that was 15 feet and 10 inches long, weighed 135 pounds.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's a big old snake.
They have paid for over 100
Forget
feet.
that.
They have paid for over 100 feet of snakes so far. Well, like I say, yesterday was the last day.
Okay, so it's over now?
The name, March to June 1st. The name of it is Python Elimination Program. That was the name of it.
I'm glad they're doing that.
This is pure Abertology. Why are they there?
Why are the
Burmese
there?
pythons in the Everglades?
Well,
here's my answer.
Okay.
I've got no documentation. But somebody's pet python got loose.
You know,
and it was a male. It was a male. Somebody else's pet python got loose and it was a female.
And they mated. And now
I rest my case.
That's probably true.
I rest my case.
Then here we are, you know.
Okay, do you remember my report?
That is not good.
No, it's not good. But see, the program ended yesterday. How many Burmese pythons are still there? But I'm not going to go there to look.
No thanks.
Do you remember my report on WFLI and his financial situation that had closed their doors?
Yeah, I do remember
H.H. Gregg, 129 stores, had to close up shop.
Yeah.
All right, listen to this. I read last Saturday about the large presence of Gander Mountain on the sports scene. Gander Mountain is a retail giant.
Oh, okay.
They have 162 stores. They've closed 32. They've applied for Chapter 11.
Dang.
Chapter 11, they want to be protected while they try to find a bidder that will buy them rather than losing everything.
Hopefully that'll work out for them, yeah.
Okay, now listen. The reason they're having to do this, do you remember why WFLI had to stop production?
I mean, you told me,
listenership waned.
Okay.
People quit listening. Do you remember why H.H. Gregg had to shut their doors to all their stores?
I mean, I guess sales dropped too much.
Online purchasing by people instead of going to the retail store.
We did talk about that.
Yes, we did. Okay.
Online things hurt sometimes more than they help.
Gander Mountain said the direct sale to customers over the internet is the reason they're having to file Chapter 11.
See, there needs to be laws to protect these businesses.
Well, now you can't do that.
They could do that. They make laws for everything else.
You can't do that.
They could too. I disagree.
Well, Amazon.com has the right to do what they're doing, but they're not the only one. They're just the biggie they're a 1,000-pound gorilla in the room. But there are other companies that you can buy from online. And that's what people are going to rather than going to the retail. But you remember, I told you Walmart had signed up. They're trying to do the same thing, have their open stores and yet have the online.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest. These stores just need to give them a taste of their own medicine and go online too.
Hypothetically, this just came to me. Hypothetically, I'm not lying.
I know you're not lying.
Here we are sitting in Pikeville. How many cars do you see going up and down the street?
Several today.
But not many compared to several years ago.
Oh.
Why are there less cars going up and down the main street?
Bypass.
Bypass. You got a 5-lane bypass around Pikeville. I've got a friend in California, don't believe me.
Well, it was the worst decision ever made, I think.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that one way or the other.
I'm saying it.
Okay, you may do that. You have the right. But what I'm saying is, we could not, as Albert and Billy, say to anybody, "You can't do that."
Right.
Because it happened. What I'm saying is, the way things go, the way history is transpiring, you just have to let things do their thing. And that's what happened. You couldn't stop Amazon.com from forming nor performing. It happened.
I didn't say you could.
Well, it happened. Okay, did you ever hear of the WUAT?
I said it's not good, I don't think. And I don't think you think it is either.
Well, You know what suffers? Little businesses.
Exactly.
Little businesses.
And
Mom and pop stores.
I hate to see that.
Mom and pop has to go out of business.
Yeah.
Mom and pop goes back home. Okay. Have you ever heard of the WACs? Wax.
Was it a movie or something? I mean, there's wax. I've heard of wax.
W period, A period, and C period. It's a military branch of the United States.
Okay.
Women.
Okay.
Women have been involved in the military since the Revolutionary War.
Mm-hmm. As nurses and stuff.
Well, nurses, yeah, but let me tell you, there was a woman named Molly Pritchard in the Revolutionary War up in New Jersey during the battle. She went in 100-degree weather to bring water out on the field to the people that were fighting the British.
That was very kind of her.
Okay. While we're fighting during the Revolutionary War, her husband at his artillery station was wounded. And as they carried him away, she picked up the equipment to keep the cannon firing while they carried her husband off.
Wow.
During the Civil War, women did what they could do, and some dressed as men so they could fight. During the Civil War. During the Spanish-American War, the women were there. They trained at Chickamauga.
Oh.
Down in Georgia.
Not too far away.
And you know, Chickamauga Battlefield is still there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a point of interest to a lot of people.
Yeah, it'd be like a historic site where people go to visit, actually.
Right, we've been there. During World War I, women were working in factories making munitions for soldiers to use to fight and kill with.
True.
In World War II, here's where I guess the nurses and all those took their place, you know. Okay. And also, there was a lady named Edith Rogers in 1941. She introduced legislation to establish an arm in the military of women. Non-combat.
Okay.
Non-combat.
Okay.
Okay.
So she's the one that got the ball rolling.
Well, she, along with Ovida Culp Hobby, they introduced a bill, and President Franklin Roosevelt signed it in 1943. And the women's
2 years later,
the Women's Army Corps, WAC, Women's Air Corps, CORPS,
okay,
was established as part of the United States Army.
I didn't know that.
So now women receive the same pay and get the same allowances that men do in serving in the military in the United States.
Really?
Okay. Now, why is this?
And those people should be thanked for that then.
Those that fought the fight.
That's right.
Why is this article important? Okay. I forgot it. During World War II, the military park down here at Chickamauga was used for people to train. I think 150,000 women now served in the WAC. But that was a very important part of the operations right down here at Chickamauga. That's where a lot of training went on.
150,000, that's a lot.
Yeah. I remember Carolyn telling me that one time her mother was out in the yard.
Yeah.
And a bunch of men, soldiers, were marching up the road. The road was full of soldiers.
Really?
And they had been trained down there at Fort Oglethorpe. And they were on their way for some kind of maneuver.
And they were going up through Lusk.
Yeah, and Orme heard somebody say, "Hey, Orme!" And it was Joel Stanford's daddy.
No way.
Yeah, Joel Stanford's daddy hollered at him.
What about that? Is that not crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay.
Wow.
Now, next part of Albertology. I guess you want some stories, though, don't you?
Yeah, we got to do some jokes. You know that.
I realize it. I realize it. I'm sorry.
We like those jokes, Papa.
All right. I got them.
Next episode we'll make Albertology longer.
All right. Well, I'll have to. I got these carryovers. Today, I was the only one in an elevator when an attractive girl came in talking on her phone. She told her friend on the phone, "I have to go. There's a cute guy on this elevator." That was me. Before I could even react, She turned to me and said, "Sorry for lying. I really wanted to get off the phone." I wasn't cute anyway. That was not nice.
That was not nice. Way to make a person feel like crap right there now.
This girl says, "Today my boyfriend of 2 years took me to get a tattoo done with his name on it. And he paid for it. Made her feel good.
Yeah.
After it's done, he told me it was over between us and he thought it'd be a good reminder of him." But he paid for it.
He paid for it, but boy, I bet she felt like a fool.
I guess she paid for it to get it off then.
I guarantee it.
Listen, all these are today. Today, I sent a text to my college boyfriend to tell him how terrible I felt about cheating. And he replied saying he was relieved because he had been cheating on me with a girl in his dorm. But I was talking about my math exam.
Oh! That's a good one. Well, he got busted.
I'd say today, after work, I went to the parking lot to my car to go home. I found my car doors heavily scratched, all my tires cut.
What? Made somebody mad?
With a note on my windshield, and it said, big curse word, "Blank you, Jackson." Jackson's not my name.
Poor guy.
His name was Tyler. Bless his heart.
That's some bad luck right there.
Oh, mercy. Okay, today. Boy, I'm getting all
They're
these
all
today.
today.
I heard my boyfriend, we've been together 3 months, talking with his friend, not knowing that I was listening.
She overheard her
She
boyfriend
just
talking
overheard her
with
boyfriend talking to another friend, and this is what he said. "Tonight's the night."
Uh-oh.
My boyfriend said, "I'm finally going to tell her I love her." And so she got really excited, and she said, "Well, I'm going to tell him I love him too tonight." Then his friend said, "Awesome. But what about Kayla? I'm Kayla."
Oh.
She overheard what she wasn't supposed to overhear. Poor Kayla. Boy, this is
these poor people.
We're going to close with this one.
Okay.
Today, I was a test administrator for a history class.
Okay.
And the class was taking a test. About halfway through, I noticed one kid with a small piece of paper in his hand. I ran up the row, grabbed his test, and ripped it into 4 pieces. And then I took the note. You know what the note said?
What?
"I believe in you, Mom."
Oh. Well, that mama should have come down there and whooped that teacher.
You know what that made me think of? Why would I want to be a substitute teacher?
Oh, I know. We need to mention that real quick. You, they had you a going away party at the school.
The ladies were real nice to me.
And I want to let you know it was on Facebook.
Oh.
And I shared it on my post. A few people shared it, and it got hundreds and hundreds of likes. You know, and comments.
You're a kid.
No, people saying really good things about you. You need to check out Facebook once in a while, Papa. Get with the program.
I can't even spell Facebook. But they were real nice to me. They were.
Well, yeah, and
but you know the reason
I need to show that to you sometime.
You know the reason I take brownies to them too.
See, him and all these.
I gave one to Allie a while ago.
Really?
I'll give you one too.
Yeah.
I've got some.
Now you're giving Allie brownie points.
Allie likes me too.
So is that your first time you've tried his brownies?
No.
Oh, really? Well, by the way, folks, Pawpaw makes really good brownies. What is it? You put a Hershey Kiss in it?
Personal kiss. There are secret ingredients. That's all I can say.
Oh, I can't. Okay.
And I make them. I told Allie I make them to suit me.
Okay. Well, I won't reveal your secret then. Okay.
No, you
Even
can't.
though I just did. But put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds.
20.
Okay, 20 seconds, and it melts, and it's also really good with ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream, of course. This name keeps correcting me, but, and I'm giving you a compliment anyway.
Thank
Papa
you,
has
Thank
really,
you.
really good brownies, and I recommend anybody try his brownies.
I don't think this is
we
good.
used to sell them at the movie store.
Yeah, but I don't think this is good if you tell God and everybody.
Well, I think it's good.
People want brownies now.
Yeah, well, see, charge them.
Oh! That's like my blueberries. I gave my blueberries away.
I'm trying to make you some money here, Papa.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, he does have good brownies, folks. No kidding. Well, thanks for listening to us on WUAT AM 1110, and also thanks for watching on Channel 18 Valley TV. And as always, remember to check us out on YouTube. Just type in Albert and Billy Show YouTube. And you can watch every episode. And today, Allie just told me, we filmed our 40th episode.
Wow, that's nearly a year.
Yeah. Today's our 40th episode.
That's not nearly a year. We're 12 weeks away.
And me and Allie were talking, and also talked to somebody else about this. We're going to try to do another taping in the music hall with a live audience.
Whoa.
That'll be interesting, but I think that's a great idea.
That's not I'll be nervous.
I don't think so. I don't think so. And like the Main Street stage will be a good location for that. And have audiences, you know. So we're going to try different things like that. Wow. Good idea, right? Wow. So stay tuned for that, folks. You like that idea?
Well, it's scary.
Oh, it isn't scary. It isn't scary at all. But so stay tuned for that. But yeah, watch us on YouTube. You can watch every episode.
40
episodes today. So thanks for watching and listening. The Albert and Billy Show.
See you, folks.
See you later.